That pretty much sums it up. What's going on, guys? I am Kaiju Carl, and you guys get to see the very first YouTube-only video that we're doing. This one isn't a stream. I'm just here to tell you guys about why I love Kamen Rider Buffa. I love this character so much, and if you've seen any of the streams or the stuff we've been doing, I have a shirt with his face on it. I got a patch here the K20 gave me. It was the first Rider Buckle belt I bought, and my very first Henshin video I ever recorded with Pronghorn Heroes Gem over on his channel, I played Buffa. Right out the gate with Kamen Rider Buffa, we see him in battle with a bunch of Jyamato, and he is just destroying everything in his path. He exudes an energy of just power. And after Ace steals the Deity crown, once again, we are reset into a new world where we really get to learn about Michinaga himself. We find out that he's a construction worker who joined the DGP after his friend was killed by other Kamen Riders, and thus he vows to destroy all Riders, and that becomes his wish every time he enters the tournament from now on. Constantly losing to Ace, he becomes increasingly frustrated by the seemingly ridiculous wishes Ace once granted. Not long into this new tournament, we get the best Henshin in all of Reiwa, and possibly even Kamen Rider. I'm convinced this may be the best Henshin ever, guys. And as we proceed through this game and the next one, we see the kind of tactics that Michinaga likes to use. At one point, he gets water gun as his armed buckle, and instead of using it as said water gun, he decides to bonk people with it. And I love him for it. By far, one of the coolest aspects of this character is his use of the zombie buckle. I love this thing so much. It's armored, it's got this really crazy claw that he uses. The sword is a chain sword. If you guys don't know, I'm really into Warhammer. And it also does poison. I love poison builds in video games. Somewhere down the line, however, Michinaga is eliminated in the DGP. And we find out because his constant use of the zombie buckle, the one that synchronizes with his ID core the most, he is revived in the Jyamato greenhouse. This is where we begin to learn some of the things happening behind the scenes in Geats. We learn that the Jyamato are grown and sent over in this reality type TV show that the riders are supposed to participate in. Michinaga eventually escapes and defeats one of the Jyamato riders that we've met throughout the show and gets the Jyamato buckle for himself, where he uses his cracked ID core. And it's just painful looking. He starts to stomp around, which is really cool, and these tendrils fly out of everywhere. But every time he uses it, it's clearly messing with his body as he starts to get Jyamato and plant life growing down his hand and on his face. He truly is going the way of Baron. While Michinaga himself is pretty straightforward as a character, there's moments when he interacts with the other participants in the DGP where we kind of see that he's not completely an asshole. And this is what I love about this character. He's so gung-ho and headstrong to reach this goal, but he knows this isn't the right way to do it. You see a little bit of doubt in his face, even as he's putting on this very stoic front. We've seen him kind of dive off the cliff while he goes to the greenhouse and he's outside of the DGP. I'm curious to see where we pull him back and bring him back to the side of the good guys. I know him and Ace still have a lot more beef they need to figure out, and I'm just excited to see where it goes. And I will die on the hill that Michinaga is the secondary. Keiwa is not the secondary. I don't care what anyone says. Eventually, we learn that Michinaga has gained the favor of Baruba, the sponsor of the Jyamato themselves. That's because he has this unwavering animosity towards riders, and again, his ultimate goal is to destroy them all. So she uses that to try and gain access to the goddess of desire and gain control of the DGP, going so far to even start the Jyamato Grand Prix in the most recent episode. Baruba is able to almost manipulate Michinaga because of his hard-headed desire to defeat riders. She tells him that because he's essentially half Jyamato now, he has a chance to still succeed in getting his ideal world. And slight spoiler warning, as the time of this recording, we just got teased for him to finally get the Twin Command buckle. My boy is gonna get Cannon N Jet Mode. I am so excited to see this because I think he's gonna use Cannon Mode similar to how Age 2 Double Bullet uses its shoulder cannons. Everyone seems to use cannon a little bit differently. Keiwa fires these kind of star pattern type things, while Geats fires an actual laser. It would be really cool to see Buffa use it as just sort of giant beam swords. Or a riser sword, if you will. Thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate you tuning in. The next one we are going to do is Why Aruto, aka Kamen Rider 01. And I've heard a few of you guys like 01. So make sure you guys come back next week for that one. In the meantime, you can check me out on Twitch, twitch.tv/KaijuCarl. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday, we are always doing some kind of video game or toku and trying to interweave the two, so come hang out with us live. I appreciate you all for watching. See y'all!
世界を守り平和願う勝手にやってろきっと消えないきっと消せない痛みに動かされて